I swore after the last video I was done. I was never going to make another video about GWOT Thought, but the plot gets thicker and thicker and thicker. So many C's at this point that literally I cannot stop. I would like the truth to be out there, and I think that's important to present all sides of this as much as possible when I talk about it in a way that you guys can feel that you're getting the truth and also maybe make your own opinions. This story goes deeper across various platforms between Instagram, OnlyFans, Twitter, Snapchat, all these different platforms, Facebook actually, by the way, that you literally would have to do research like I am here, and I'm trying to present that in one single solid way. Ladies and gents, I have notes here. That's how thick this is. We have to start with TLDR because this is so big right now that if you didn't watch my first 3 videos on it, this is the 4th one. So first things first, she posted the viral TikTok of her getting ready at her little apartment or area that she lives in and saying that she was going to testify. Everyone rallied around her, not much context, strength, strong, no talking, just an emotional heartstring pull. We have an audience now. Following up throughout that time, she's posting various TikToks, not really too relevant other than her just saying she advocates for people, women's rights, all that kind of stuff. People should not be wanting to deal with, men that are treating women like this. Awesome. We're on board. Now the TikTok that we all know blows up to the sky and quite literally pulls every heartstring in America and across all the news media outlets of what has happened to her, where her perpetrator has been set free. As a response, the U.S. Marine Corps did comment on this actually over at 2MEF over in Camp Lejeune and says this is not related to any physical contact or harassment issue, but rather it is the improper distribution of photos. GWOT Thought then makes a sexual misconduct statement where saying that this was about sexual misconduct and does not really discuss anything else other than she's saying she will not discuss her case any further. But I'm making this video. So that was a lie. Even her boyfriend does get in touch with this and makes a statement on Facebook about everything. And I do have to read this because this was never mentioned in the previous videos. Damian Contreras says, I absolutely love this picture of my girlfriend. It shows the little bit of motivation she had before the last straw that broke the camel's back was piled on. Story time. This is my girlfriend. The sergeant's faced it everywhere. If you know me, you know I don't poke my nose where it don't belong. But I can't stand hearing lies and not speaking up. She does not, nor did she ever have an OnlyFans. So I would absolutely love for someone to show me the proof that they have of this. I met my girlfriend on deployment. I hardly knew her, but could tell something happened. I asked her what was wrong and watched her collapse outside her warehouse. So it speaks very loudly when some of her so-called friends jump to conclusion and get on the hate train of these nudes getting leaked. Instead of asking her like grown-ass adult what happened. Shit. Not even for the sake of being a friend, but for the sake of looking like a dumbass because you think you know what happened. How about you ask instead of being effing coward? So F all of you who don't even know what happened, that are trying to invalidate what actually happened. Everyone's getting so lost in what happened that you're all forgetting the ground she's broken across the map for. So you're like, all right, cool. So a lot of people were claiming informally that this was about an OnlyFans content leak because that would line up with what the Marine Corps said. Now, we do have to say there has been a major change, and I would hope that the boyfriend of this person that had these accusations brought against them, that lived with them, it does look like, I would hope they would have the full story because they don't. It was later changed to say this. She does not, nor did she have an OnlyFans when the event took place. She was not physically assaulted in this specific case, so let's get that straight. But that does not take away from what happened. Damien, I do agree with that. It doesn't have to be physical. I think that is important to take away from this. I find it interesting that you're telling people to get their facts straight in your original post. Then your next post is you actually correcting your own statement because you didn't know. So there are 2 updates from GWOT Thought as well that are on her story on Instagram where she does discuss even more. Like I said, that's why we're here. And she says, I reported in October of 2019. People saying I ruined that Marine's career as if I forced his hand in anything is incredible. 3 months later, for all of 2 weeks, I had an OnlyFans and deleted it. Received a 6105 for the deleted account and kept it moving. This case has had nothing to do with OnlyFans. A Marine that I trusted decided that he deserved me. Nothing consensual happened between me and that Marine. One has nothing to do with the other. Stop sending me death threats. You do not know what happened. Regardless of what meme pages have shared, regardless of what has been said, I do not owe that to anybody. I'm moving on. I deserve to be okay again. And to the people who contact my friends, family, and even my partner in hopes of isolating me, I hope you know that the universe gives back tenfold. And she does kind of reiterate this message on TikTok with the following video.
Hey, I just want to get this out of the way really quickly, and then I think I can move on with my life and move forward. I made a video of me sobbing after I got word that the Marine I had a case against was getting retained in the military. And prior to that, they had told me he was getting kicked out. I was sobbing, was crying. It made it all over the media, and a lot of people came up in arms, reasonably so. And then weeks later, mysteriously, a rumor started that this was all because my OnlyFans got leaked. So I'll make this very clear. I made my report in 2019 of October. I did have an OnlyFans for 2 weeks. 3 months later. 4 months later. It was for 2 weeks. I signed a 6105. What happened between me and that Marine was not consensual. I didn't deserve this.
This is a very technical way to look at it that I think that if this was still photos that were shared, I do think people are going to find this very still invalid in regards to her case, that before this happened, before the OnlyFans, she had photos that were leaked if the Marine Corps, lines up with what she's saying. And then a few months later, she's like, oh, I'm going to start an OnlyFans. Now everyone can see it. And it's like, I don't think people are really going to give her a pass either way, because it's like, so you got someone in trouble for this, but now you're okay with people seeing your photos. I do understand that this is still wrong. I'm not siding with that. I'm saying like that is still wrong to share someone's photos without their consent. That's not what I'm trying to get at here. But I'm just letting the other side of this token know I do acknowledge their point. Do not condone the death threats. That's obvious. Now, it's not only the meme pages that she's looking at that are causing these issues to her, people in the Marine Corps as well, but now also the people that had her back, some of the top military/veteran female creators and advocates for people in this situation have actually come and started lashing out against GWOT Thought. And some of the issues that have come from this are some of the information that has been shared to the meme pages, where GWOT thought that these text messages that were sent, or this information that was sent to these meme pages, was brought by some of these female members. That text message says, "In the second my car EPAR comes through, it's over for everybody, and that's the worst. I let him run his mouth for 20 minutes about School of Infantry and Marine Corps Recruit Depot. All I did was laugh. All right, yeah, you saltier than me. LMFAO, stop. Dude, I did 2 fast deployments and 1 to Oki. Granted, I did get to do some pretty cool shit, but come on. Syria, Jordan, Bahrain, under the Lioness program, FET, deployed with 1st Recon, and I was able to be part of patrols, house sweeping, and checkpoints for intelligence with women. Intelligence, aka patting women down at checkpoints. God, that's dope. All I got was Bahrain, Lebanon, and Spain." As you can see, people are coming at her with this message saying that she's acting more tactical than she really is, and really flexing on something she really didn't do, and talking about deployments and things like that, or maybe exaggerating some of those things. But I'd rather go into this other aspect where these people are not backing her, and they're some of the biggest advocates for SA issues that are in the military and really speaking out about them. I also want to say a good thank you to these fine ladies. As I was trying to do research for this video to help tell all sides of this, they blocked me on Twitter, so I just like to say thank you for doing that. But I want to let you guys know that Twitter is a public platform. Airing dirty laundry on there still can be captured other ways. And I would say if you really don't want people to know what's going on in your lives or share this information, do not post it to Twitter, as it could be replicated or spread around like here on YouTube. So everyone knows, F Delina. Since you're such a big girl, why don't you go ahead and blame every single one of us for cutting ties with you and leaking all this public info to some meme page? LMAO, okay. I didn't speak up for you, so now that I am, I think you should be more concerned that people are going to see me, a big advocate, blasting you for your lies. I think my word holds some weight. Don't ever talk about me again, and be better. Woo! Better get some tea, guys. Another big advocate that blocked me is because Chrissy said so says this: to manipulate, lie, and deceive your group of friends while simultaneously using their traumas for advocacy is effed. But to continue to push that narrative that your friends just turned their backs and called you a liar the time you needed us the most is the worst part. And Delina, because I know you're watching, if I were to give screenshots to a meme page, it would be a shitstorm of things that could be publicly found. It would be a shitstorm that showed lies, showed the manipulation, and showed your extreme effort to gaslight us in private messages. Wow, this is getting spicy. And some tweets from other people I've actually gotten behind are kind of some constructive criticism in this. It really sucks to see what Delina did when she had a really outspoken large group of advocates around her willing to get loud about SA, MST. Don't do this stuff to us/them. These are the consequences of our own actions. It's Leviosa says, really disappointed that I and others were misled. No one is invalidating any trauma she has been through or how the military treated her. She doesn't deserve that. But why publicly lie to people who went to bat for you? I don't have many words for this. So, ladies and gents, that's where we're at. That's where the story is unfolding, and looks like she's being attacked by even the people that were the biggest advocates for her. I think I want this as much as anyone else out there, and that is to back women up when they do suffer from things like this. I want to be an advocate for those women. I want to be able to trust what's being said, and it looks like even some of her close friends were not able to obtain that trust from her either. Some people are going to come out to me and counteract my argument, and I know what it's going to be. She doesn't have to tell us that. I can say that, but at the same time, the other side of the token is we have the right to have our beliefs, thoughts, and opinions what they are if we are missing information, and humans is what we do. We'll fill in gaps that are not filled in pretty much. When you have an audience like this and you've brought them to this destination to say, this is what happened to me and we are here for you, I would say that is something that when you're on a platform that I've really tried to respect here as well, is you build one major thing, and that's trust. And so when you have that trust, it's really a responsibility of the creator and my relationship with my viewers and audience to do my due diligence. And just like these people want the same thing, I don't think that that's lost across any community as we are here on social media and as things are transparent here. We can't change that idea of social media culture in just this one exception here, because this really is a human type aspect that is brought to this entire platform. And finally, we are one step closer to knowing the entire truth, at least that we have now addressed the OnlyFans situation a little bit. This situation, I just want to say, I don't want any harm brought to her, harassment or anything like that, but I want the truth to be out there as much as possible because this did get so much attention. And as you guys know, once you get one peak of attention on this initial TikTok, to get this following story to keep continuing on, to get the total story full circle is almost impossible, because people will remember that one TikTok but not watch the past 3 videos I've made to really discuss this and come along this trail with us to see where this goes and really understand the full situation, because it's not great publicity or headlines to move forward. This leads me to the question for you guys. Does this change at all what you think if she's confirming she had an OnlyFans account after this issue where she reported it, and if it is a distribution of photos still? As always, guys, if you guys would like to support us, we do have a Patreon link down below where you can check out some special perks as well to help out the channel. Also, we do have a YouTube membership button down below where you can get some special perks here on YouTube as well. But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.